All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. Man, it's been a while since I've covered NVOS, and really you can see on the chart why, right? Last time we were covering it really was around here, maybe again around here, but interesting things are happening to say the least. Today was definitely a recent runner day to 15 burger, man. Come on, right? What really matters, and obviously what we're going to be talking about a lot, is this 100 moving average line. All right, so we'll get into the details shortly. Real quick, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We do have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, share. Anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms, but I swear, just being here and giving me your time is beyond appreciated, all right? And look, I'm not perfect. I'm not all-knowing. I have no idea what tomorrow's going to do. I'm just here giving you my thoughts, right? And if you've got better ones, believe me, I would love to hear them, all right? So let's get into it. And look, NVOS is definitely looking very juicy, all right? I need to start with what I've been saying on the last couple times we've talked about this stock. Do not, all right, do not have yourself gap-filled dreams. Don't think about a 75-cent move when we're barely cracking 10 cents. You know what I mean? Like, just you gotta keep it real. And I said that here, right? I was saying don't have these. At the time we were talking about $2 plus, right? Like, don't have $2 dreams when you're not over this line. That's exactly what ended up happening, right? I sincerely hope a lot of people just haven't been holding this whole time, right? That said, there's some interesting things happening here, right? And essentially what I see is a hopeful retest of the 100. All right, just like this moment right here, nothing's gonna matter till we get over this blue line. Because let's just zoom out real quick. Let's just zoom out real quick. Let's just zoom out even more. All right, man, since here, what is this? Since 2019, it's really easy to say we've been well under this blue line more than we've been over it, right? There was some moments right here, some moments right here, but aside from that, since 2019 we've been well under the blue line, well under the blue line, way under the blue line, right? Like, this 100 moving average is no joke for NVOS. That said, if you can break that no joke line, oh man, that's where things will start to get real interesting. And honestly, I think 15 cents is that alert. I really wish I had more more decimals, don't get me wrong, but if I was to basically say use the open, yeah, I think it's the open because it looks like it's a little closer to 16 cents than 15 right there. But use the open of 1.6. I'm also trying to use 50% candle of 3.6. So I think between those, hopefully you can get the rest of the decimals. But honestly, I would be real interested. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert at 16 cents. Again, an alert is not an immediate buy notification. It's definitely a come check it out. But 16 cents should put us over the blue line. It should hopefully start giving us a reason to maybe believe we'll actually come to 24. Because, yeah, I do have this 17-cent line here, and it's obviously an important one. It's the top of this one. But this 24 is this big plateau. And I think this 24 line is going to be a little bit harder to break than the 17. I think if we can crack 16, we might crack 17 and hopefully go to 24. Very easily worth setting an alert at 18 instead of 16 and just writing 18 to 24. That's actually a pretty sexy trade right there. 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, you're basically going up a third right there, right? That's a good 33% trade right there, actually. What do I like down here? I like a MACD that's... It actually looks like it's in the positive, right? But hell, 0 is better than negative. I like the divergence. A lot more people are using that word in my comments, and I'm loving it, right? But what's divergence? These two are going away from each other, right? It looks like the green one wants to keep going up, while this one just stays down here, right? That's what we want to see. I want the green one to take off and just let this little shitty red line stay down here, right? Not quite as drastic, but again, green looks like it wants to go up, red wants to stay, and 61 is a good number. Plenty of room to go up before we start getting worried about oversold, right? My issue really is volume. As I'm zooming out more, literally, we've only had 2 days over the 50 average in roughly a month, right? in a little bit more than a month actually. And as I zoom out more, yeah, I mean it's been a minute. It's almost been a full 2 months since we've been able to stay over that 50 moving average, right? So hopefully some good volume, and for real, I gotta believe breaking the 100 moving average would make this a reason to bring some volume here. So I am liking this. I'll be real honest with you. That said, I've liked it before and watched it fail. So I don't really love it until this 100 breaks, just to emphasize it one more time. Where are we on the weekly? All right, it's obviously still pretty early in the week, right? A lot can happen in the next few days, but we are over the 20 moving average. All right, just looking at this, it's been a long time. We had one wick moment right here in 22. We obviously had one wick moment here in 23. Did we wick it right here? Yeah, actually looks like it does. The high hit 14, the 20 hit 14, and just kind of zooming in. Yeah, we definitely did. Not too bad. All right. So again, if Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday come down and it comes down here, it'll be another wick like these ones, right? But yeah, breaking the 20 again, another line that we've genuinely been really shitty with pretty much since that same 2019 window, right? Like breaking the 20 on the weekly, breaking the 100 on the daily, monster reason to like this here. I'm gonna say I'm bullish here. I don't know if I'm a little premature there, but obviously I understand the difficulty of the 100. Just to emphasize it one more time. Sorry, TRKA. Haven't looked at this one in a good while. All right. Oh, interesting. I saw a better percentage. I think when I looked at the phone, we'd wicked right there. And look, another penny right there would have been roughly a 5% move, right? I know I saw it doing a little better. That's actually why I want to bring it here. Again, I don't like look at the charts before I make these, right? These are unscripted, and hopefully you find value in that. I'll probably be able to throw in another stock, just given how little there's really to talk about here. But I think the one big thing to talk about is this 19-cent line, all right? This has been a pretty good support, right? There's a little bit of a plateau right there. Actually catches it once, catches it twice, not really that time, but does catch it right here and right here. Like we've used this 19-cent line a few times now to bounce, right? I would hate to lose this because it only looks like a couple cents, but that's a huge drop down from 19 to 15. And yeah, I would think 15 would be the lowest. I would really hate for this to come all the way down to 11, because at 11, we're talking about all-time lows, right? Like this is our all-time low support line. Hopefully we don't come less than 15, but even this 15 line, just looking at it, there's not a huge plateau here. So I don't know how strong this is. So 19 needs to do the job, honestly. Otherwise, it might actually be a pretty quick fall to 11 here. And I know this doesn't seem so bad, but I think as I zoomed out, it was a little easier to see. That's a pretty hard steep down, right? So we've seen this thing come really low, and really not that long ago, it was really low at 12, right? So 30 has a weight. My cat's at the door. Sorry, I gotta let her out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me let you out. Get out of there. Okay, sorry about that. But I am legit worried that this thing might lose about 50% here. So be really careful here. Let's just look at the weekly really quickly. Man, that sucks. Obviously, there were moments where this wanted to go over the 8 and the 20, was able to stay over the 20, I guess. But yeah, you got to do both. You really do. And yeah, again, I'm worried that losing these two on the weekly does emphasize what I said, that I think it's going to come down pretty quickly to 11. Just kind of looking here, this 15 isn't even that fantastic a place on the weekly. So I'm not too sure how strong that 15 is. 19 needs to hold one more time for sure. All right. HUBC. I haven't talked about this one. Oh my goodness. I can tell I haven't talked about this one. Look, again, I'm not here to bash any stocks. All right. You know that. However, it's kind of the same thing I just said about the last one. Once you lose that all-time low number, in this case, it was 144, right? As I zoom out, there's nothing below it, right? Bad things happen. And man, this has been a real devastating drop. Did this thing lose 50%? It did. It lost basically 70 cents on this thing, and we're sitting at 70 cents now, man. Jesus Christ. Look, oh God, I have nothing. Just look at the volume real bad. Honestly, where's the RSI at? I mean, it seems like it's like we've been lower, right? This is saying it's been an 11, this right here, 18. What were you? 22. That's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, look, the hope would be what generally happens, right? You fall away from the 10, from the 8, you come back to the 8. You fall away from the 8, you come back. We've now fallen pretty hard. Hopefully, there's a little bit of a recovery from, like, let's call it 70 cents to maybe a little under a dollar. That's not a bad swing, actually, adding 25 cents there. Hopefully this red turns into a little green for someone. But yeah, I mean, look, I say it more often than anything. I say bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. Even worse things happen under the 8 and the 20, under all-time low support. Like, this is rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect the last two that I was gonna cover on this to be as negative as they were. But again, I think it's better to hear the realities than have a fake little rah-rah, BS. I don't know what else to call it, right? So hey, if you disagree with anything I got to say, please throw it in the comments. Otherwise, I appreciate your time. Thank you.